Well. Welcome to the Screen Time Continuum. We are here as usual to give you a wonderful review, something you might like, something you do like, something you've already watched, hopefully, and if not, you're at least here to get some reviews. My name is Keelan, and as normal, I'm here with the fellas. Nick, how you feeling?
Hey man, I'm doing okay. How are you?
I am well. I am ready to discuss some dragons, some fire, and some bastards. But before we get into that, Mike, what's going on with you over there?
Man, ready to go grab a bag of sea smoke and light it up.
Hey
Hey,
now. That's some good shit right there. So, for all of you who haven't gotten the gist, that means you are not watching House of the Dragons. And if you have not gotten your taste and your feel of Hot D for the week, go ahead and watch episode 7 or just
Wait
stick
a
around with
minute.
us.
brother. Ugh.
Go ahead and watch episode 7 of House of the Dragon season 2 or stick around with us because we're about to give you a in-depth joking. We're about to give you a review of episode 7 House of the Dragon season 2. If you are not familiar, we've definitely given you a review for
Mouthful of
every
hot
single
D.
episode. Yeah, mouthful of hot D for almost 2 full seasons at this point. So go ahead and check out our reviews for every episode and or at least a double up that led into each episode that got us all the way here to episode 7 of Hot D season 2. Now,
Yeah.
this particular episode is titled The Red Dowry. No, I'm joking. The Red Sewing.
Ugh.
And I have no clue why it's called The Red Sewing. We were having a little bit of a discussion right before, and Mike mentioned that this is basically the new Battle of the Bastards, and I think Battle of the Bastards 2 would have been a fitting, or at least
I-
Feast of the Bastards would have been a
Right.
fitting name for this. But once again, we're better at creativity than the people who make this shit. But they at least make enough for us to get on here and give you guys something to listen to, something to talk about. So here we are, giving you Hot D for the seventh time. Actually, I think
Man,
it's
you
only the
are
fifth
just
time.
flagrant with this intro, man. Good lord, I feel like I need to call HR. All right.
Don't call HR. They won't do shit.
Not shit.
They won't do a damn thing. I hope you work for a good company if you're gonna call HR on this. But yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. What are we into? Where are we at? What did we leave off? So episode 6 pretty much closed out with Rhaenyra on Dragonback going to meet up with a black dude on the beach.
Yeah.
Um, but she didn't know she was meeting up with a black dude. How do you think she felt when she got to her blind date, guys?
I thought that was
Yeah.
just hedonism too. Um, and you're not gonna give us the opportunity to give our first impressions about the episode. That's just wrong.
Ah,
What the heck?
shucks,
What's
darn.
going on?
I have to admit, I'm a little excited about this. So, with you saying that, Nick, I'll actually give my first impression first. I'm a little
Go
excited
ahead.
about episode 7 because this is the first time this entire season that I feel like the same people who wrote, at least watched Game of Thrones, gave us this episode. There was a lot of death, there was a lot of mayhem and malarkey, and this, excuse my phrasing on this, but we have the first child of the episode to just totally destroy somebody. Like, I think they finally remembered that in Game of Thrones, most of the best episodes were when the kids were just being growner than they needed to be, but also standing on 10. And we got that in this episode. And it kind of brought it back to where it needed to
Did
be
we?
just a little bit. Oh, yeah. What? You big Os?
Who?
Big Tully. You,
Oscar.
Oh,
Oscar
right. I
no.
Tully.
forgot all about that
You
part.
forgot about Oscar Tully being, Big Nut Tully was out here. Pause.
Are the are
Um,
the are the Tullys just named after Sesame Street characters?
Wait.
His dad was Grover and his name is Oscar.
oh shit!
Um,
Wasn't Catelyn Stark a Tully?
yeah, she was.
Okay, okay, okay.
Oh man.
But yeah. So they gave us a little bit of what we've been waiting for in this episode, and yeah, yeah, Damon got put in his place as well in this episode. Those are some of the highlights for me. But
I forgot all about that. That was a good part too.
oh yeah, that's when this episode really like, well, okay. Um, and we also had an appearance for the Lady of the Lake, but we'll get to that in a minute.
You know what?
No.
To be fair, I was kind of distracted because I was trying to figure out a way to make Hot D and black people a thing. I was trying to make a joke. I just couldn't quite get it together.
Were you trying to find a way to make a penis joke about black people? What's wrong with you?
Yes, of course.
Well, I
That's
think
not-
I can help you with that. I believe what you're looking for is hot DBC.
Yes. There you go.
There you go.
I could. It was somewhere in my brain, but I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
See, and now I know how you guys felt with all of my hot D references for the last 3 minutes.
Hey, you
Mhm.
started it.
You really did.
I did. I have to take all responsibility for the bullshit that I just put out there for everybody to listen
Y'all
to.
know I'm basically a 13-year-old.
He
Your
said there's
fault.
no maturity here.
Your fault.
But yeah, no, this episode had great dragon shots.
We're never
Yeah,
gonna get
people
through
got-
this.
Yeah, there were a few facials I saw.
We are not gonna get through this episode, I swear. Oh man. But yeah, great shots of the dragons, great death on screen, some cold-hearted lines. This episode had everything that made us originally come to watch this rendition of Game of Thrones and this
Phrasing.
revamp because quiet your mouth. I heard myself. I know what I said. But yeah, no, this episode to me gave us everything that made us want to watch season 1. And it kind of all came full circle right here, right now in episode 7 of season 2. So yeah, I dug this episode for the first time this season. I think, if I can remember correctly, for the first time this season, I'm actually glad that we're here. What
You know
about you
what?
guys? What's your first impressions?
You know what? I absolutely agree with you. It seems like a lot, especially with a lot of new shows, but with with the Hot D, it doesn't really get good until damn near the last two to three episodes. It's a pattern,
Yeah, it's tragic as well.
right? You have to slog through all this monotony. We had to suffer through Damon or whatever his name is, going crazy, having sex with the witch at the haunted house and all that
It's
nonsense.
the witch you had a problem with. Okay, now go ahead. Yeah, I'm listening.
No, I'm just giving an example. That's all. You know, we had to slog through all of that. It was like 5 episodes of him just being crazy and talking to his dead brother's ghost and seeing his mama and all that crap.
Yeah,
You know,
3
with no
episodes of people not doing anything.
Right. No progress in the story of any kind. The best part of the story now is them sowing seeds of dissent with the people in King's Landing. That's the best
Yeah.
storyline right now for me.
Hey man, they had to take us back to middle school, man. The game of telephone and whispers and rumors. That's what's getting it going.
Hey man, it worked for me. It worked for me. She sending food and then sending lies.
Yep.
Turn the people against the king, and then at the very end of the episode, man, all they needed was a smirk. That's all I needed. And that would have been a perfect ending to the episode.
That's
But
a
we'll
fair
get
point.
there. We'll get
Yeah,
there.
That's a fair point. So Nick, what were your first impressions? What do you have to say about episode 7, the Red Sowing, or as we
Yeah.
call it, the Feast of Bastards?
Yeah. I agree with you guys 100%. I think that this is the strongest episode so far. I do agree with your guys' sentiment though that it is a slog to get to this point. And I agree with you, Keelan. This is the most Game of Thrones feeling episode we've had, at least in my opinion, for season 2. I think
Mhm.
this happened in season 1 as well, where episode 7 started to really pick up and be interesting. But that
Mhm.
means you have 6 episodes of not so interesting stuff. Although I will say I did like last episode as well, episode 6. I thought that was pretty decent. But this one is head and shoulders above the rest of them. I will note that the last 2 episodes also did not have Kristen Cole, which is probably something.
Those are your favorite
because-
episodes so far.
I mean, it must mean something because apparently my favorite episodes are the ones that he's not in. So yes, what I
Coincidence?
think, yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it. What I will say is that there's a feeling of human intrigue, and I think what happened is that the story opened up a little bit more, and now we have different people to be interested in, and actually people that I like and I'm interested in. So for the longest time we were just dealing with the sort of main five characters that were in this family drama. Nobody's really redeemable and everybody sucks. But now that we're starting to branch out to other characters, I'm finding myself much more interested, which is great. I find that, like you guys said, Oscar Tully was a great addition. I think that Adam of Hull is a great addition. I think Sir Hugh and
Who?
Ulf, Sir Hugh, the guy that is
No,
on the
Adam, what?
screen. Oh, Adam of Hull. Yeah.
What hole?
The hole
Hull.
in the bottom of the
Hull.
Quit it.
It's the Valerian bastard name.
You don't
Yeah,
tell
like,
me.
like you got to remember how the bastardry works. You know what I mean? It's like what set you come from. Basically, he black. We
That's
gonna call
right.
it what it is. What set you come from? He come from the water set. Where all the pirates and shit and the ships are. So he
Yeah.
down in the hole.
Yeah.
You thought they was gonna call him Adam of the Stern, nigga? I mean, brother,
Yeah.
what you thinking?
Salt and sea.
Corliss's sons. How about that? We'll call them Corliss's sons, even though the
Got
show
that
doesn't want to.
Booker T.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I think that now that the story has opened up to other characters, I'm finding myself much more interested, which is great because I think that the main five characters we deal with are the least interesting part of the show, and that has made the show kind of suffer in my eyes. But yes, this episode was much better. I enjoyed it a lot more, and it's nice. It's nice to have that sort of interesting TV again. Although I will quibble about a couple of scenes. We'll talk about that in the future. Yeah, for sure.
Wait. I have to ask just by you saying that. Hey, what's up, Ayla? Ayla says Cole is the worst. He is. He absolutely is. He is probably the most hated character in this season.
It used to be Hightower. Now it's him.
Right.
Yeah.
And ironically, they were both the hand. Isn't that crazy?
Man.
Hightower's just straight fucked off, huh? He's just
nowhere
to be found.
He said, "Oh, I ain't got no job. Fuck you guys. I'm going home."
Yeah.
I'm starting to think that somebody took him off the board completely.
I think so.
I'm hoping
so
somebody
too.
took him off the board. That would make this a little more interesting.
Yeah, but if they took him off the board, we need to see it to get the satisfaction of him of knowing without having to, second guess it.
I think the potential weekend at Bernie's is gonna take up for that.
I think there's going to be a Deus Ex Machina moment where he comes back with maybe like the gold cloaks or whatever, or like the Seven Sons or whatever it is.
God, I hope not.
Some Essos mercenary group to help turn the tide in battle.
Well, if he does that, then some other people need to come back from Essos that I want to bring up in a minute because I'm feeling a way about that.
With the Unsullied.
No, you're funny as hell for that. No, not the Unsullied. But before we get in and talk about more than one of Corliss's children, let's talk about another. So we get started in this where Rhaenyra, she, like I said, she had a blind date with a black dude, and she went and meet. Say it again.
Say yeah, she did.
Yeah, she did. She took her dragon. Her dragon's Cyrax, right?
I believe so.
Kombat? Yeah. She takes Cyrax and she storms out of her castle on Dragonstone, which I'm also going to say this now. It finally makes sense why she chose Dragonstone, but for the last 2 seasons since she left King's Landing, or last season and a half since she left King's Landing, it's been like, why the fuck did you choose Dragonstone of all places? Now it makes sense.
Apparently, it's just right there.
It's clearly just right there, like right in the water. They made it seem like they were a couple of days away from each other. They are spitting distance.
Yeah.
And also I want to say dragon riders have the best vision in the world.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they can see for miles and miles.
Right. But Rhaenyra goes to the beach shore and she meets Adam, who is with Seastorm, because Seastorm has decided. Is it Seasmoke? You right,
Yeah.
It is Seasmoke. But yeah, goes to meet up with Adam and Seasmoke because Seasmoke has decided that, you know what I'm saying, I need to be with my peoples, and my peoples ain't got that.
What?
But
you tried.
Are you claiming
Yeah.
Seasmoke is black?
Is he not?
I mean,
Fair enough.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
You see it. You see it. You see them Jordans on them wings.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad, guys. My bad.
I mean, his name is Smoke.
Smoke, yeah, Big Smoke Dog.
I got a cousin named Smokey. I mean,
There you
Smoke,
go.
Smokey. It ain't that big a difference.
That's a
Right?
good nick-
Yeah, look,
That's a good nickname.
we have Antoine Bogart in the chat. What's going on, Antoine? See Smoke, yeah, see Smoke, exactly, man.
See?
That's
All
exactly
right, fair
what.
enough. Fair enough. I stand corrected, gentlemen. I
Big
appreciate
Smoke.
it.
Appreciate you for checking us out, Antoine. But yeah, nah, bro. It's very clear that C Smoke has decided he is black. He might be mixed, but he ain't. You know what I mean? He ain't in denial of his other side, clearly. But
He
they
ain't
meet up
got
on the
no other
beach,
side.
and he has desires. Excuse me. They meet up on the beach, and Adam lets it be known to Rhaenyra from the gate because she walk up, like, or she fly up and get off her, like she trying to throw down. Like, first off, Rhaenyra, you have no hands. Let's first say that you also came with no sword, so you didn't come to fight. You came to stay on your dragon if you needed to kill somebody. I'm not understanding why she got off if she was about to be talking tough like that. But either way, she got off talking a
I
little
think she's
tough.
just pissed.
Yeah, she is because she thought she had it all figured out, but at the
Yeah.
exact same time, she was right, and she sees that she was right. So I think she's having mixed emotions. It's like I want to be excited, I want to champion its own, but I gotta stand on my queendom, put 10 toes down, and make sure I know which side he's standing on.
You know
And,
what?
yeah.
Actually, maybe she was feeling some kind of way, not because she was right, but because what was her name? What her sexy name is?
Masaria.
There you
Her
go.
Sexy name,
Yeah,
Masaria.
sexy
Well,
face.
But she wants Masaria to be right. Listen, we saw what happened in episode 6.
I saw
I can
nothing.
only assume what's about to happen in episode 10. You know what I'm saying? Behind closed doors, et cetera, et cetera.
I hope not.
Is there 10 episodes or only 8?
No. It's only 8. It's only 8. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? The unknown.
10 is the extra stuff you got to pay for. Right?
You gotta pay for that
okay, gotcha.
Patreon, that thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I hope not. I don't want to see that. Honestly.
Since when? Never mind. We're not doing this. I'm not doing this with you.
Yeah, don't take the bait, Q.
I know he get me every time, doesn't he?
Every time.
Man. But she desires to find more dragon riders, and she's actually reluctant but pleased to know that Adam wants to learn the way of dragon riders, and he is there to serve his queen Rhaenyra because he is a servant of the House of Valaria, or Valarian. Yeah, Valarian, which is also a half Valerian. There you go.
Yeah.
Which is also a half Targaryen house either way. So he's down for the cause. He just needed to let her know, sister, I'm here for you. And yeah, so she tells him, hop on. Can you get that thing back to Dragonstone? And he was like, you bet your ass I can. Let's ride.
Let's roll.
Let's roll. So
Cue
anyway,
the Dre song. Bling,
Hey.
bling, 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 bling.
hey, listen, I will say this was the one moment, and I know the internet will feel away about it, but I don't care. This was the one moment that I was like, we need to get from all that instrumental shit, throw some bass lines in, if nothing else. But then now, if I'm clear, had they done that, everybody on the internet would have been hollering, "That's racist!"
Yeah.
I just had a
that's-
terrible idea that I'm gonna have to share with y'all after the show.
All right. Thank you for sparing our audience. We appreciate it.
I think the audience would get a kick out of it too. But
Yeah. But yeah, at this moment, we now know we have black dragon riders, and a little later, we also have a cameo by another black person, not a famous black person, but apparently there's more than one black person out here having kids in King's Landing.
All right, Mike,
Bogart,
you got, yeah.
yeah.
Now
Antoine
you need
says,
it. Now you need to say
say it now. Yeah, look at you, Mike, planting shit in people's head. You know
Yes.
what happens when you say certain things and you don't let it out.
How
What'd
could
I
you do
do?
this?
Now you got the audience anticipating stuff. Good job, Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
hey, you
It's like,
gotta
oh,
give.
here's
You gotta leave them wanting more.
Hey,
Ah,
that's a good point right there. I'm running with that.
Don't worry, Antoine.
so-
It probably wasn't that good, anyways. So
Yeah. You probably didn't want to.
Oh, it's terrible.
yeah,
But
It amuses the hell out of me every time I think about it. I'm just wondering why I didn't see it before.
My bad. I'm also reading the comment section before we put them up on screen. Antoine says, "Nut up or shut up, Mike."
If I told you, that would make more sense than you realize.
Oh no.
I got you. I'm gonna put it in the comment section after you tell us. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
There you go.
But yeah, so we get on to the next situation, and the next situation is Alicent deciding to leave to go into the King's Woods, and she only want to take Sir Rickard. Now, I ain't gonna lie. When she said that, I'm sitting there like, so because Sir Kristen ain't trying to hit it no more, Larys ain't trying to see your stinky ass feet no more. Now you gonna go after the older guy. Now you need a sugar daddy, huh? You filthy. I ain't gonna
He
say
found
it.
her
I ain't
another
gonna say the
older
B word.
gentleman.
Right, look, I ain't gonna say the B word. I'm gonna say unstable creature.
Yeah, she's
But
all over
yeah.
the place, isn't she? She's like, nah, I just started a war. Now I want to go hide in the woods.
Right.
All right.
Filthy.
One
just
she
out of
had
pocket.
a whole chance to prevent, but guess what?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
That's
what
true.
to-
Nah, but then she would have had to admit she was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's
That's
gonna do
true.
that?
Exactly. Not that woman.
Don't worry,
But,
she'll just hang out in the woods, and then we'll have a whole scene of her swimming in the lake, like that meant anything to anybody.
Yeah, Lady in White, Lady of the Lake. I wish somebody had
Uh-huh.
drowned her ass, and then we could have had a real Lady of the Lake story in here.
Man, it was an excuse to show her stinky feet from a distance.
Oh no.
Nah, I gotta ask. Do y'all think that they thought showing her in that white silhouette floating across the water was sexy? Do you think so? What you think? Come on.
Oh,
come
they
on, share.
loved that. Yeah,
Ew.
yeah. They
Ew.
thought that was like so artistic and beautiful and stuff, and it just came off kind of cringe.
Her
I
hair all
didn't
floating in the water.
I didn't really understand what the point of that scene was, if I'm being honest. I think
Did
it's
I miss
supposed
the
to.
scene?
Yeah, where
Must
she's
have.
floating in the lake.
Yeah, what was artistic about that? It was pointless.
No,
It
yeah, that's the
was
joke.
pointless, but the thing is that it's supposed to be impactful. I think, and personally, she's trying to come to terms with the fact that she is in over her
Piece of
head.
crap.
She,
Oh,
yeah, she has no idea what she's doing. She's really frightened by everything, and there's this moment of serenity where she's in the lake, looking up in the sky. You know,
is that when she realizes her children are all awful, awful
Oh,
creatures?
she realized that when she asked about her bastard child that she left behind,
yeah,
and she was told
and her
he's a good boy.
and her severely dismembered child that probably would like to have some sort of familial support, but she couldn't
Man.
care less about it.
Alicent is very much so living the all my life I had to fight scenario, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay,
All my life I had to fight.
I know exactly where you going with that.
I know,
but okay.
I know exactly. I know. I'm sure Nick picking up on that too. But so after we cast Alicent to the side, we see Larys standing atop of the staircase with who was the guy that came over there talking to Larys, telling him about
Just
sea
some
smoke
guy.
finding. Yeah, okay, some random ass dude
Yeah,
that's getting information from his baby mama, sister, cousin, auntie, sister Tracy.
That many
Yeah,
people removed. Yeah.
that many people removed, and you know what? I thought here's the correct thing. If we weren't the audience knowing that it's true, I thought it was actually intelligent of Larys to like, wait, you heard it that far down the line? Like, I can't take that to the
Right.
King Council. I can't take that to the King Regent, bro. You killing me? You trying to get me knocked off, huh? You
Well,
trying to
he
get me
also
put
doesn't
to
want to
death?
benefit. He doesn't want to benefit Aemon at
Oh,
all. Yeah.
fair. Yeah, no, Aemon is definitely his enemy. Aemon has created more than one enemy behind enemy lines. I think Larys might be one of the worst for him to have.
Yeah.
You mean the Master of Whispers?
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
Little foot, little club,
Little club foot.
finger.
Little foot, big foot, get out the way.
Stinky big toe.
Stinky big toe. But yeah, man. Yeah, so Larys decides not to tell Aemon, rightfully so. My question is, all right, Larys, you're not gonna tell Aemon, but who are you gonna tell? Because clearly this is some information y'all need if you want to see at least the Greens win.
I don't
If he's
think
at
he
least on the
cares
Green
about that.
side. You don't think so?
I think he only cares if the Greens win if Aegon
If Aegon comes
survives.
back.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, somebody who shares the same fate as him, essentially in the world, placed in the world. I could
Well,
definitely
also
see
somebody
on
who
his
made
rise.
him like an important member of the
Right.
council.
Somebody who somewhat took him serious enough.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
That's a fair point. But here's my next question to that: do we really want Aegon back in charge when everybody who has seen his mama in some messed up way is who he put on his council?
Well, it's either that or you get a psychopathic tyrant who is willing to kill indiscriminately.
You're right. Look, and he did fire his mama for no good reason.
I mean, he melted his brother.
He did.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. It don't even matter what he said to his mama.
Right.
You're right. You're
He
right.
melted his brother out of jealousy.
What you think he gonna do to Helena?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like if Aegon dies, he got plans for Helena, and ain't the same plans that Aegon had.
Which one is
Isn't
that
that his
again?
sister?
Helena, yeah, that's their sister. Helena is
Yeah.
Aegon's wife and also their sister, who's also a dragon rider.
Nah, I don't think he gonna do nothing to her. She kind of simple.
Do you not remember what he asked her in this episode?
No,
He asked her. He told her, "Go ahead and hop on Dreamfire. We need you."
he ain't gonna do nothing to her.
I think he gonna send her to battle untrained and unready, and basically she gonna
Man.
die.
Dreamfire is another great strain name. Jeez Louise, they just coming up with great. They
Hey,
did that on
now-
purpose, man.
Now we
I'm
know what they
telling
was
you.
doing in them writing rooms. They was sitting
Yeah,
there smoking
exactly.
that. Ooh, wait, some of
Yeah.
what we gonna name this dragon? Dreamfire. Ooh, shit, she smoking
Yo, that's
Dreamfire. We
hard.
on a roll.
I think I definitely would rather have some sea smoke.
Yeah, right. Sea
Hey,
smoke versus
yeah, sea smoke is
Dreamfire,
ready.
but that feels that does feel a little bit like fire and ice. I like that.
Yeah, there it is. There it
Mhm,
is.
mhm.
It all
There it
came
is.
full circle.
Yes, it
yeah,
did.
maybe that's the fight we really need. Is Helena on Dragon back with Dreamfire and Adam coming out with Sea Smoke? That's the fight we really waiting on.
I don't know
Right?
if you guys know this, but there's a thing called the Song of Ice and Fire.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Is it about snow
I think
and
Anderson Paak plays
winter
drums on
rain?
that.
Because you
No,
know
it's
winter
about-
is coming.
It's about Arya Stark taking away Jon Snow's heroic moment.
Oh,
That's what it's about.
Oh,
Well,
you're
you
never
know-
living that down.
Never.
hey,
They're
she,
never
she
gonna.
gonna
live
come
that
out of
down.
the shadows and take out Damon.
Oh yeah, she'll just pop up out of screen. She'll just come right in, jump in. Yeah.
Hey, real
I came through a time portal.
things are man. I was. and
Turns
that's
out when
something I
you
was gonna
sell
allude
west,
to.
you go back in time.
Right.
So yeah.
That's actually something I was gonna allude to. I am waiting at some point. I don't know what season of House of the Dragons we're gonna get it. Can somebody say? I don't care. We ain't gotta say nothing about wildlings, but can we at least hear something about the Night King? Goddamn.
Well, Ayla
Hell
made
no.
no, they won't do that. But Ayla made a good point. Oscar Tully is like Arya's great grandfather or something.
Yeah, technically.
Hmm.
Wouldn't it be more like great?
Well, it's only
It's
200
like
years, so it would be like great. No, yeah.
Oh
probably
yeah, great.
Because
Yeah.
I think Hot D is like 400 years, ain't it?
200.
200,
200
something like
years.
that. I knew it was something.
Yeah, so great. Yeah, for sure. Maybe even great. Who knows?
So let's see.
Great enough.
Just okay.
It's okay.
It's
Rhaenyra
okay.
brings
It's
Adam
alright.
back to Dragonstone, and Mysaria. I don't know. Mysaria didn't seem too interested at first, but then she kind of pushed Rhaenyra to bring all the lowborn in, get all your bloodline and get an army of bastards, basically. Which is funny in context, but in the concept of having an army in general, I don't really listen. If I'm heading an army, I don't care where you get them. I don't care where you get them from, as long as they're willing to fight.
Yeah. I didn't necessarily understand the dragon trainers harum thing about it, because if they're Targaryen, then they're
I
a
did.
part of,
I understood.
Yeah,
they're not
unfortunately, I
pure
did too.
blood enough.
No, they were going through the same thing Jace
Wait,
was.
hold
when
on,
he
you guys. Hold
that.
on. The moment a black man gets a dragon, all of a sudden these racist
Yes.
ass dragon
Yes,
trainers.
That's exactly what I was about to say,
Hey,
Nick.
as
They're in
long
the
as
same
you
boat as
said it
Jace.
and I didn't.
Jace hard art the fuck out of that word, mongrel.
They really did.
The mongrels. Whoa, hey. Back up here, little partner. Then he tried to clean it up like, no. My dad is Sir Harwin Strong. So, I'm a bastard too, right? So like
Some of my best friends are.
Meanwhile,
And-
Bayla's in the background, like, "Am I a joke to you?"
bruh. Meanwhile, Bayla in the back talking about, all right, bro, wait till tonight. Just wait.
Yeah.
Jace back there feeling some kind of way.
He
Oh,
clearly
yeah,
feeling
yeah.
some kind of way.
Well, he confronted his mom. He finally said something about it.
Yeah,
You
but
need to shut the hell up.
here's the issue I have with Jace in that whole moment, right? Now, Rhaenyra handled that shit like top G, but the thing I have an issue with is you do realize if she didn't have Sir Harwin Strong, you wouldn't be around because Laenor wasn't hitting that.
Yeah.
Hence the reason he's in Essos right now, faking dead, which he needs to bring his punk ass back real quick because we need him, son. We need more dragon riders. And we for sure need somebody who actually understands how to ride the dragon. Like, if nothing else,
Oh, I
back.
know what you're talking about now. I had to think about
If
that.
nothing else, bro, come back and train these mugs, bro. We need you.
Yeah, that's
Man,
true.
you know what he out there doing, so
Man,
Yeah,
he
we all
can
know what
take
he out there doing.
he couldn't even take one for the team just once, huh?
Oh, he's taking one for the team, all right.
Well, not
That
that
guy.
team. That's the other team.
Yeah, I didn't say which team now. Oh, we have Antoine here. He said it's he said it's like Bronny starting on the Lakers. No, for real. He right. He right. You right. I got you. I see why Jace is mad now. Jace is D-Lo and Adam is Bronny. I see it.
Oh shit. All right, fair enough.
But Laenor, yeah, nah, man, we need Laenor to bring his ass back. Do what you can for Mac. Like, I have an issue with Laenor not showing face, send a Raven, bro. Your mama died. You ain't come back.
Do you think his dragon would be named Glitterwing?
Not a good strain name.
No, I know. I was trying. Dang it! All right, I'll try something. Yeah,
that's funny as hell.
That's how you feel for real.
I mean, shit. That's clearly how Corlys feel too. He needs to bring himself right back. But Corlys is actually kind of cool about it because he realized that his sperm actually did some work out here on the boys' side. He got 2 strong sons out here. He just can't claim.
He can claim. That's a choice.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it's a strategic choice, and I think it's a smart move too. You don't want that. You like, in order for them not to be targets, they shouldn't be known to be his sons, because they'll become big targets if everybody knows.
I mean, now that his wife is gone,
what's the secret? How is it a secret at this point?
Well, it's a secret, but now that his wife is gone and there's nobody to embarrass.
It's not about the embarrassment. It's about the enemy knowing that he has more lineage out there.
And he can bring them into the fold now. That's what I'm saying.
But then they become targets.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be a target on Dragonback right now. So,
but no more. They won't be no more target. Right.
He got 4 dragon riders coming up out of his lineage.
You can come full with Sea Smoke if you want to, but you gonna get smoked, Smokey.
Well, let's not sleep on Bayla, because Bayla's a hell of a dragon rider. Let's not sleep on Rhaena.
I'm ready to see what's gonna happen in the Veil.
Yeah,
Rhaena's looking for the dragon over there.
We about to get to that. I got some emotions about the Veil, bro.
Because I thought the lady kicked her out. Like you're not one of us.
She did. She want to play not like us, like she down for the cause. Nah, fuck out of here. But so Corlys grants Adam his leave as a shipwright, and he tells him, "Well done," like the bastard dad that was never there. Like, oh man, you doing something with your life. I appreciate knowing that you doing something that's real cool for you. Well done, son. Let me hold $1.
Hell no, you can't hold no $1.
Nah. I actually heard another rendition of how I feel about that, and I don't want to use it because I don't want to be a stealer of jokes. But
man, you better steal them jokes. We need subscribers.
Well, shout out Kev on Stage. What Kev on Stage said was Corliss walked in there like that dad whose son made the NBA. He ain't never been there a day in his life, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, son, let me get some tickets.
Yeah.
Damn, not Shaq, Daddy.
Oh no.
Wait, oh, you mean the real one? That's
The real
cold. That's icy. But yeah, so Corliss does seem really interested in Adam. And a little later, Corliss actually goes to tell a discussion with Alan. I know we jump in, but it don't matter. He has a discussion with Alan and tells Alan, like, pulls him to the side, like, hey, so you know your brother, the new dragon writer, right? So, you know, maybe you got a chance. And he finally gets what he wants in one of his kids to stand strong and say, I am of Salton Sea. Adam has always wanted more of his lineage. I am
That probably made him
comfortable in my
proud
position.
too.
It did. That's what I'm saying. He got two
Yeah.
sons that he really feel like are about something, and it made him feel good.
Well, because he's gonna inherit what's it called? Salt Spire, or what's their castle called?
That,
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't know. Their land is. I mean, since Corliss doesn't have any more heirs, I would imagine that he might.
That's why he got to say that
give
them
him
his kids.
He looking at his
I-
new dark skinned kids like, man, I shouldn't have been messing
He
with
probably will. Like, I think his intention is to name them or like legitimize them after the
At some
war.
point.
But I think it's
Yeah,
still
like-
strategic
I'm-
that they don't know.
I mean, we know
It's
Jon
like-
Snow got legitimized later in the lineage of everything, so I'd assume that has to start at some point. What would be more fitting than the black dude who married into the Targaryens, who comes from another highborn family, legitimize his kids?
He was already a Targaryen.
No, he's a Valerian. The Valerians were another household, and he just married into the Targaryens when he married Rhaena. Or Rhaenys,
Right.
excuse me.
I thought they were all, because all the silver hair folks was all related anyway.
Yeah, but there was a split between the Targaryens and the Valerians at some point in
Man,
the
I
past.
can't keep up with all the incest.
Yeah, I know.
Arya-
It's
look,
all the same.
Think about this, Mike. Listen to the last names. If you hear Aryan in there,
Uh-oh.
then you know there's some
All of a
connection.
sudden, I'm hearing some German music going on in the background. What's going on here?
Oh man, we have Antoine again. He says he had two kids with her bastard cousin. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
My
man.
question, I'm trying to find out, you know what I'm saying, as far as Corliss goes, as far as Adam and Alan, was their mother just somebody out in the town, or was she in one of the horror houses as well? Like, you know?
Pleasure houses. Watch your mouth.
Oh, excuse me.
We can't be
Yeah.
saying certain words because we want to get monetized and sell out.
Oh, I just figured the word hadn't been created back in these times, according to George R.R. Martin.
I don't know. I just want to sell out.
I could use the money.
Right.
I
need
do
Tree
hood rat
City.
things with my hood rat friends.
Huh.
So yeah, we see Damon, and now it gets to big Oscar Tully. You know what I'm talking about? Damon is now pressing Oscar Tully because Oscar Tully done came to see him. His grandpa Grover is gone. Yo, you're right, Nick. I see what you're saying.
His brother Bert and Ernie couldn't come.
Damn. But yeah, Damon tries to take advantage of the new Lord Tully, basically talking down to him because he's a kid. And I think what he don't realize is he actually woke the kid up the last interaction they had.
Man,
he realized,
I want somebody to put a sword through Damon's head so bad.
So bad.
I mean, proverbially, he kind of just got all of his credibility just got stripped away by a fucking 14-year-old, bro.
Yeah. Well, kind of. I mean, he's getting what he wants, but now everybody knows that he'll
worth dirt.
Yeah, he'll welch on his deals. So
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like he just that was the one thing he had going for him. He might be an asshole, but he's a man of his word. Not no more.
Not anymore.
But yeah, so he tried to son Oscar Tully, and Oscar Tully stood 10 toes down, let it be known. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this dude. Yeah, I don't like this dude. But I'm gonna stand firm with what was told to me and what was given to our oath by our grandsire and those that came before us, and we're gonna stand with him. But in order to prove to us that he is worth our salt, he gotta help rectify this issue. And it's not so much about who is it? It was not the what's the Blackwoods and the
I think the Brackens and the Blackwells, or
yeah, the
something like
Brackens
that.
and the Blackwells or Blackwoods. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Brackens had already come to Hill because the Blackwoods wouldn't seize them. They were the ones who wanted to go for the usurper Aegon Targaryen. But even within that, it's like, yeah, he got to die anyway. But what about the dude that went around killing kids and innocent women? What we gonna
yeah,
do with him?
right.
And a kid had to make this dude do the right thing. Now, here's the reality. I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do, but the way Oscar Tully went about it, talking straight shit, like he was talking straight gib, like he went with it on the term of,
Well,
I
it
know that
benefits
you.
him.
It benefits, well, yeah, because he has to show face. He has to be the guy that everybody looks up to, no matter
Yeah,
his age. They have to know that he has morals, and his
yeah,
morals told him that no matter how you feel about this, like, Damon, you messed up. So this is what we need from you. If
yeah.
you can, if you could do this,
It also resolves the inner war between the River Lords.
exactly.
Yeah,
King consort, Prince, King, mind
yeah.
your tongue. And he walked straight up to his face, nose to nose him. That's when I was like, oh, I might, this Oscar Tully dude is worth listening to. He nose to nose with this dude that we know is a murderer, a cold-hearted
I don't
murderer.
know. I don't know, man. Damon's kind of a wuss.
I mean, you're right. You're right. He's a finger pointing murderer.
He's an
I don't know if he.
opportunist
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he is
all the
definitely.
negative that comes with it.
Yeah.
Like he's
Okay.
you know that he's not tough because the first time we see him, he loses an attorney, and then when he kills the crab feeder, it's off screen.
That is true.
So I don't know, man.
I mean, look at
The
his
show
face.
doesn't do a very good job about convincing us that he's like a badass.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. But yeah, he shows that he gonna stand up for his people, and like we said a minute ago, Damon is not worth his own word. In which case, Sir Blackwood is beheaded by Damon. And what anybody know the name of Damon's sword? Because doesn't it have a name? Sister Sledge or some shit?
No, I don't know if it's Valyrian steel though, because it might not be.
I thought it
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Normally, like the Valyrian steel swords have names. The only
Right. That's why.
Valyrian steel, yeah, the only Valyrian steel we've seen so far is the cat paw dagger.
The cat paw dagger. Who had that thing?
Aemon's
Aemon
got it
has
right now. Yeah.
Oh, the dagger. You right. The one he
Yeah,
stole
the
from his
dagger,
brother after he
the
tried to
dagger
kill him.
that kills the Night King.
The dagger.
The dagger.
the only dagger that matters.
Yep.
Oh man. But immediately after, Damon jumped into a dream with old decrepit crypt keeper looking ass Viserys. Now, what is up? Why do they keep making us look at that?
I think it's just to have Patty Constantine back in the show.
Oh, okay. He was still under contract, and they wasn't trying to give him that money to go home. Got it.
I just think that they liked him as an actor, and so they wanted to have.
He was
more.
decent.
Yeah, they just wanted to have more.
Instead of writing him out, they should have just let him stay on.
He's
Maybe.
just in bed, falling
what I'm saying?
apart, still alive. Yeah.
It's not like there was a book written for this part. They could have just let that continue, right?
Yep.
But then, so the next thing we see is the weekend at Bernie's moment that I was alluding to, where Aegon is being drugged around his room to get stronger. And it's like, is that how we get strong now? That's the workout? We just get drug on the floor, bro? Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, he's got to learn how to walk again and stuff. So
Yeah.
Hey,
How about we get somebody a little
nothing.
stronger to help him?
no, Laris
he had to do
is
it secretly.
yeah.
Oh,
Laris
yeah.
needs him to get better secretly.
Well, because if what's his face finds out that he's getting better, there's a chance that he'll get killed a little quicker.
He'll
For
come
sure,
in with
'cause
that pillow real fast.
I
Right.
remember nothing.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, Laris comes in. He helps the Grand Maester drag him around the room like weekend at Bernie's, nothing's wrong type shit. And Corlys tells Adam. No, sorry, we already got to that. Corlys tells him that's when that actually happens. So then the next thing we get to is the whispers being sent around. Nope. The next thing we get to actually is Rhaena being kicked out of the Eyrie, out of the Vale. And I actually forgot. Like, so nothing extra happened. They're being kicked out simply because old girl felt like Rhaenyra didn't hold up her end of the bargain, right?
I don't
Am I
even know
tripping?
why they got kicked out.
Am I tripping, or was that whole scene just kind of all of a sudden,
It was very
It like
sudden.
like it
it
just
was
came out of
sudden.
nowhere? It's like, and she just walking out. I was like, wait, what? Did I miss something?
it's like you had to you have to remember their interactions from the before episodes. I got the cousin that they were sent to. She been shitting on Rhaenyra the whole time. Like she didn't uphold her end of the bargain. She was supposed to send dragons. I bet you didn't send them baby dragons or them eggs back out the doors though.
No, she probably
Hope
kept
not.
those. Yeah.
I would think so.
But that's
So
but
it's like
her whole lineage seems to be a bunch of nutty women. Because
that's
even in
true.
Game of Thrones,
Oh, that's
That's true.
true. The
the
errands.
the cousin or whatever in the
She
area,
letting her
they don't
son
seem to
throw
be a
people out the
little
moon
wrapped
door.
too tight.
Yeah,
Long
letting her
neck
son throw people out
McGee.
the moon door and shit.
Yep.
That shit was crazy, son.
That lady
Yeah.
has the longest neck in the world.
The one in Game of Thrones or the one in
No,
this one?
Jane Eyre. Yeah.
I'm not gonna make
One
a
in this
joke.
one. Don't do it. I know what joke you're gonna make, and I would say please don't.
Mhm.
uh-huh.
Long as you know.
I know.
But yeah, so as soon as the door closed, Raina don't even look back. She heard the door close and she takes off to pursue the wild dragon, which to me might make her the most hardcore person in this show right now because it's not like, oh yeah, I just need a dragon. No. I'm going to tame a dragon that none of y'all are even. First off, it seems like nobody
A
else knows
wild
that dragon's
dragon.
out there. But she's going to tame a wild dragon like it's a wild horse in like it's a red horse in Red Dead
Yeah, yeah.
Redemption 2.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
she ain't even got no rope, son. Like, what's she trying to do? How's she gonna do that?
I think
Hey, man,
the dragon's
don't be
called Goat
questioning her.
Thief.
Oh, what now?
I think it's called Goat Thief.
Uh-oh.
Goat thief. I'm about to say you started breaking up. I thought you said build no trees.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Build those trees. Yeah, I forget what it's called. It's either like Goat Thief or something like that. I feel like.
Why would
But
you
we'll
be a
see.
goat thief?
Because that's
Well,
what
because it's
dragons
the
do. They
one.
eat goats.
Yeah, I was the one eating all those goats.
Yeah. So we already talked about Alicent taking her refuge in the woods. Stupid. But yeah, we can get back to Jace being a hater. Who put him down with us? The haters. But he's also a half breed himself. So I'm thinking it's a little bit of self hate, self doubt, because what he does allude to is can they take who's gonna be your heir? Like who's to say they won't come take my throne? Like, bruh, if you don't shut your bitches up.
Man, just shut up and keep playing your role like you've been.
Like, bruh, I don't honestly I thought Jace was smooth. Like I thought he was the smoothest in this whole show. Like he was just kind of rolling with the
Until
punches. He right, unfazed by a lot of other nonsense, except for his mom putting herself in danger, which is understandable. In this episode, it's like, hey, yo, sit down, bro. Take a chill. And you got a cool wife that's not technically your actual family. So you actually the only person in this whole damn show that seemed like they got a little bit of sense. And your kids won't have a never mind.
extra toe.
That's a better way of putting it than what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm. I
But
know.
but yeah, bro, I don't understand why they had to take Jace off the deep end. He had to hard R the word mongrels, but then they let Rhaenyra kind of talk him down a little bit. But he questioned his place. He questioned her laying in bed, which again, I thought Rhaenyra was supposed to. Didn't she just say like 2 episodes or last episode, like you forgot I'm to be feared? Like you're supposed to smack your son to the ground after he said that nonsense he
Man,
said.
right
No,
upside the head.
Jace made a good point though at the
He
end
did.
of the conversation. She's like, I wish ill of all of this, and he's like, so stop.
Yeah,
I'm thinking to
Yeah.
myself, wow, some common sense. Yeah, go stop.
that's good
You guys
sense.
can go do whatever you want. Nobody's
Yeah,
gonna come for you.
let them run King's Landing and get the hell out of Dodge. Take the dragons. Nobody's
Yeah.
coming for the dragons, bro.
No.
So yeah, that is he made a decent point with that, but that would also, in my opinion, be him forgetting the whole purpose of all of this is to be in control of the actual legacy they were left.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, of course it's fair. It's also like, well, yeah. The only thing that the Greens have for them right now is It's
The fact
Vagar.
that they,
That's it.
That's
they
it.
have
That's
Vagar.
their only thing. And then the army they're building, they're trying to build in the Riverlands.
Well, that's Damon building it.
No,
Well,
Cole
Sir
with
Kristen.
Cole.
Sir Kristen.
Oh, Cole. Yeah.
But here's
right.
the thing: all of those men on land mean nothing when you have dragons.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
So at this point, it's gonna be how many dragons against one? We'll get to that part. Don't worry about it.
I already did the math.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's gonna take. So here's the deal. No, before we even get to that, let's talk about what is it gonna take to take out Vagar and Dreamfire, because Dreamfire still exists. Whether Helena takes flight or not, Dreamfire still exists.
Dreamfire won't be on the table.
Unless
Okay.
they make her fly.
I think he's gonna
that
make her
space
fly.
cadet's not going to be able to go to war.
Yeah, she's too scared to be around people, let
Yeah,
alone a
exactly.
dragon.
Bro, she
Right.
let her son get killed. What we talking about?
Exactly.
She was in shock when somebody broke in to kill her kid as a dragon rider. And honestly, until he brung it up, I forgot Helena was a dragon rider.
Yeah.
Because I personally would think if I'm a dragon rider and you come into my room to kill my kid, yeah, I'm just gonna grab a blade or something and go at it with you. Like, what we doing? I'm a built-in warrior. I'm a dragon rider. That's literally my bloodline. That's my bloodlust. That is my purpose in life, is to maim and kill on Dragonback, on the most magical creatures that are left from old Valaria, as the assholes that lived later said. So I'm with Nick. That space cadet is kind of out to lunch already. And that shows Eamon's desperation as well.
Yeah.
Well, he is dealing with a losing situation.
Yeah, because Rhaenyra's team has air superiority now and sea superiority.
Yep.
And
I mean, this
They
is kind
control
of the
the
game
food
of spades,
supply.
though.
They got the food supply, they got the air, they got the water. They got access to just about everything except good people.
they also have the North, baby. Don't forget the Starks. The Starks
Well,
are
hold on.
coming in at some point.
Well, to go back to kind of at the beginning, do they still have the North? Because
Yeah.
those two white cloaks that were killed of the Kingsguard that were taken in prison by Aemon,
They were sent up to the wall.
they were sent to the wall and they were retrieved from the wall, which means Sir Kristen has sent a battalion up to the wall. Have they switched over to the green side now?
I don't think so. The Starks are
No.
pretty
They're
staunch.
staunchly loyal.
We know
Yeah.
how loyal they are. Heads rolled as the first thing of all of Game of Thrones because of their loyalty.
Yeah. I just
You
think
ain't
that the
wrong.
Starks didn't pledge their best men. They pledged their graybeards. So it just means that they're going to have like an army of 40-year-olds. You know what I mean?
That's a fair point.
This is, like a medieval fantasy. If you're 40, you're old, right?
Yeah, that's fair. Which means all of us are being sent out to pasture very, very soon.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. So let's see. Question. Mysaria sends word looking for the Valerian blood bastards. We see Oath and Sir Hugh. They make their way out to the boats. So Oath is egged on by his boys. The second black dude, or the first black dude we see that has no family lineage in this entire series, is one of Oath's partners, and they calling him out, bro.
You know
you
what?
say?
That whole scene in the pub or tavern or whatever it's called, I was sitting here thinking like they're a little loud to be committing treason, ain't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or am
But
I
the
getting
thing
that
is-
wrong?
No, it's
Well-
just that the temperature now within the people is everybody hates the greens. So
Yeah.
they
No,
don't-
I
say-
get that, but
That's kind of where everything jumped off the last time when everything kind of went away, was in that particular bar. And what I'm thinking is that bar is kind of where the those who aren't really
it goes down.
basically it's where everybody, you could go speak freely because you're drinking, so you could always blame it on the alcohol. Yep, I knew you were gonna say it.
You know it.
But yeah. So anyway, Everybody gets on boats. They get over to Dragonstone at first, and mind you, just before we realize how close Dragonstone is, it's like, damn, they got there fast, son.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I realized it had to be fast if when Rhaenyra first disappeared and she was talking to stupid redhead in a matter of it seemed like hours, and she went by boat.
so you think Dragonstone is like Catalina? Is that close?
I'm thinking it's something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It seems like it is.
Yeah, it does. They could see it from they could see it from edge to edge. They could wave at each other.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she gets there. They done left Adam there so he can go get him some teachings. And she walk in, the whole group of everybody that then came in, all the bastards are there. And of course, these dragon tamer lords who are supposed to be in service. This is where I had an issue with this scene. Ain't they supposed to be in service to the throne?
Well, and
How you in service and you speaking out?
Yeah, and they believe that the dragons are gods, but then they're like, well, but we don't want other people riding them, even though
Right.
the dragons are choosing who the rider is.
Mm-hmm.
They are
And
for sure.
And it's according to blood, so it's not like they're breaking any rules here. It's just that, I guess, you're not pure enough.
Well, the dragons aren't breaking any rules, but the people, the tamers or whatever their ilk, they think they are. Like they can decide what the dragons, they decide for the dragons.
They think they tell God what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, I said I like it. What you gonna do about it?
They're new age plastic surgeons. They're out here thinking they playing God.
Right.
But yeah, they decide to walk out on Rhaenyra, and to Rhaenyra's credit, she lets them because she could have had all of them just killed right on the spot. Just off with their heads, bro. I'm not about to play this game today. Feed them to the wolves. Feed them to the wolves. Feed them to the dragons. Toss them out there. I'm sure they would have had good meat. Pause. So let's see. Rhaenyra
don't get distracted.
That was your fault.
Rhaenyra rallies the soldiers, and she gives her locker room speech, which I thought was funny. She really gave a locker room speech to these folk, like, and then said, I can say no more. It's up to the dragons. Like, hey, bruh, you can't tell me. The dragon's name is Vermithor. What was it? Vermithor and Silverwing?
Silverwing, yeah.
That's crazy.
I did like the scene. I did like the scene where Vermithor appeared. That was pretty cool.
I feel like Vermithor was sitting there the whole time with his big head.
He was. There's no way something that big just like slinked into, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't anywhere for him to come from. So right. He was probably just hanging out in the shadows,
lurking in the shadows, bro. Then he popped out just.
You call me?
with that rolling grotto kind of a thing you got going on. Like, hey man, listen here, Eartha Kitt, get out my ear.
Yeah, that's an alligator rumble.
That is an alligator rumble. You're right. I'm still not sure what they call it, but yeah. Vermithor is considered the Bronze Fury, and I guess she thought by telling him his nickname and all that, it was gonna make them more comfortable. Weird. Listen, I'm surprised we didn't see a river of piss running down that stone.
To be fair, it could have been from the other end, as far as I'm concerned, and that still would have made sense.
Or they was scared shitless, and I was ashamed.
Exactly my point.
I was actually ashamed that the first person to step up was the guy who had some natural disfiguration to his face, because as the viewers, and I hate that we all know this, but it has to be said, we all knew straight away as soon as he stepped up, oh, y'all about to die.
Red shirt.
Right.
Red shirt.
Only two to beat him up this time, Scotty.
But yeah, she calls Vermithor forth. He comes forward. She walks away, takes everybody that she wants to survive with her.
That's messed up way to put it, but very on point.
Thank you. And then she goes up to the second floor at a safe distance. Like, she was sitting in the She was sitting in a luxury box watching the players.
I
watching
believe they
everybody
call
get their
that a
ass beat.
mezzanine.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
is a mezzanine.
mezzanine. Yeah.
Well, man, you know
Fancy pants.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as she gets into safety, Vermithor starts sniffing around, gets back, and hacks a good loogie of fire. Yeah,
That's
and
because he took
starts.
a good sniff of the one the boggle eyed man and was like, you smell funny. I
You
ain't with
smell
it.
funny. You smell like cabbage.
And then just indiscriminately started blowing fire everywhere. It
At
was like, all right,
everybody.
none
I
of
thought that was
these
kind
guys
of
are good
cold
enough.
blooded.
Yeah.
Right.
Somehow he did knock Sir Hugh. I mean, he knocked Oath into the cave, which as soon as he knocked Oath down, I was like, oh, Oath is either about to be dead or Oath is about to get something
Nah,
different.
I knew he was gonna make it. I was
Yeah,
upset that they killed the pretty light skinned girl.
I bet you were. You always upset when a pretty girl get killed. That's
Hey
her
man,
job, Mike. Her job was to attract your eyes so you could see her get burnt alive.
damn right, because some of us is single and miserable, and we
That's
like
fair.
pretty things.
That's fair. Oh wait, hey. Understood. But yeah, Sir Hugh ends up stepping up to save a lady who was actually trying to get him killed because she wanted to scream at every damn whimper and breath that came her way. But he steps up, grows a pair, and he says, "This is enough. I'm ready.
Mhm.
I'm ready. Rah rah rah, she bear.
He
Show your
screams
ass
at the
out."
dragon. He screams at the dragon just like Jon Snow did before he was robbed of his
Bruh.
killing of the Night King.
Straight up. Well, because that was John's dragon.
Which one?
Wait, why we're not going back to Game of Thrones? Don't worry about it. It don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Actually, no, I gotta say it now. That was John's dragon that they killed and then turned into Ice Dragon. Remember?
Was that John's dragon? I don't remember. I thought I was just
Are those
okay.
dragons that old?
Jay rode.
No, because he hatched those dragons, man. You tripping?
Yeah, but John rode that dragon, bro.
How?
It don't matter. We gotta go back to Game of Thrones for you to see what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about these dragons that we looking at. I'm just saying in the example that Nick just gave, John rode
sorry.
that dragon. You know what?
I'm
Puff the
throwing
Magic
everybody
Dragon.
out.
That's the dragon I'm talking about. So anyway, Sir Hugh
You said sea
steps up.
smoke?
Sir Hugh Sir Hugh steps up, and instead of being roasted alive, even though that same dragon just tried to eat him, but then we realized he was trying to eat the lady and not him. Sir Hugh is chosen, and then we jump to Oath, and we see Oath running through the lair trying to find his way out. And what he does is he steps in an egg pit, which also at first I thought he stepped in dragon shit. That's what I thought he stepped
I
in.
thought so too.
I knew it was, I immediately thought it was an egg.
Yeah, but he didn't step in the egg. He stepped in like the hatchery for the eggs. Because
Yeah,
there was
it
an
was
egg
already
right next to where he
hatched.
stepped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I assumed it was mud, and then I saw the goo, and it was like, oh shit, he stepped in an egg.
I like that Silverwing has a different personality. That was interesting to me because you know,
was chill.
Silverwing's a girl, isn't it?
Maybe
Probably.
that's why it's
Or
laying
did
the
I make
eggs.
that up in my head?
I think Vagar is a girl for sure. I don't know if Silverwing is.
That would
Probably,
explain the moose wings, but I'm bummed.
Yeah. But yeah, I did like how Silverwing was kind of punking Ulf a little bit. Just kept pushing him. Like, what are you doing here?
And that's getting us to my favorite part of the episode.
Where the part that he was chosen? Or
No.
the part and so after he's chosen, we see immediately that clearly some time has elapsed, maybe a day or two, but a few days enough to where Oath is now able to ride and fly the dragon directorially. And he rides it over to King's Landing. Aemon is over in his little small council meeting. They talking big shit. And the next thing you know, they hear people going crazy. And Aemon looking like, why everybody going crazy? No, like, are we gonna act like we don't hear that? Then, but you hear dragon, dragon, dragon.
I'm so scared.
And Aemon get up like, the hell they mean dragon? Boom. What's going on? Oh, Oh, there's a dragon. Yo, I gotta. Hey, move. Get me out of here. Give me a horse. Get on my goddamn shit. Let me go hop in my hoopty. He hop on Vagar. And him and Vagar with Vagar fast moving fat ass. I'm with Nick still on this. Vagar moves way too fast for a fat,
Way too
the
fast.
biggest dragon in the world.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Slow it down there, Papa.
Sorry, it would move like a cruise ship. Like
Mhm.
it's not gonna move like it won't be able to race any smaller dragons. It wouldn't be able to catch up to them.
Right. But
So,
here
I
we
don't
are.
know. Here we are.
You don't have to. All they got to do
It's like
burn
a
'em from
Boeing
distance.
787 trying to catch an F-16. Like there's no way. It's not gonna happen.
Fair point.
That's not
Okay,
how
I have no
physics
argument
work.
for you. But that is how dragons work with they light bodies. You know, they got bones like fish. I mean,
Oh, they're bird
they got
bones.
bones like birds. So,
Yeah.
you know, shout out to the Discovery Channel for teaching me that. But
That's why you don't find the bones of dragons anymore.
they're
That's
too
right.
Because
They
they were
get ground
hollow.
up. They get
Yeah.
ground up by time.
I learned to do that.
I learned to do that. But either way, Aemon and Vagar get out and they start chasing Oath, which also something funny to me. So you got baited by an amateur? Weak.
Yeah.
Weak. And of course, he's just close enough to see what's going on, and he realizes that dragon is going to Dragonstone. He turns around real quick. He didn't say stop, hold. He said, flee, Vagar, flee. So I had to flee. He got out of that thing.
Vagar doesn't listen to him very well either, so I'm
No, he
wondering
had
if
to.
that's gonna. I think that's gonna play a factor in the future.
Well, remember what we've been saying. Vagar is in charge,
Yeah.
and although Aemon goes along with it, he only goes along with some of the negative things that happens on Vagar because he has no other way. What you gonna do? Argue with your dragon while you in the sky? Watch him shake your ass off. You gonna do a barrel roll, fly upside down, hit a jet stream, and get there an hour and a half early.
Yeah.
But either way, he turns around and he ends up going back to King Landing and not going to Dragonstone. And that's pretty much where it. Not pretty much. That is exactly where.
Well, Rhaenyra reveals herself with the other dragons.
Oh yeah,
Watching.
watching
They had
out for him.
They had a whole Voltron. They had a whole Mighty Morphin Power Ranger photo shoot right there.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah.
And,
With her watching with a straight face, she should have smirked. Like
She should have smiled just a little bit.
Not even a smile, but a smirk. Because we coming for your motherfucking ass. You about to catch these hands.
I think she was expecting him to make that mistake so she could hop on Dragonback and they. So back to my question: what do we think it would take to take Vagar
out? The dragons they have should suffice. Now that they have Vermithor and 3 other dragons will probably be able to take Vagar out pretty easily.
To be fair, all it takes is either one sacrifice or one distraction, and the other one's burn it.
Just an ambush. I think an ambush would work. Yeah.
That's it. Because it don't matter how big he is. If I get some fire in your face, all that size don't mean shit.
No.
Just cut up its underbelly. Yeah.
Slice a piece of steak off your ass.
Man, let me cut a little fat off your back, big back.
So my question: how many of the people in the lair do you think actually died?
All of them except for 2.
Pretty much.
Oh, you mean of the bastards?
Yeah.
No. It's more than 2 survived because the girl survived too. She got back in the cover.
Oh, okay. I must say I think Nick is correct because they pretty much left everybody to die. It's not like they came and pulled them out of the pit.
No, but remember the chick actually ran back into the doorway. So at least she survived. The one he threw out of the way.
Okay. She lives. She lives. She is alive.
And I think a few of them got back inside after the guards got burnt up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because they were actually preventing them from going back inside. And I think once they got burnt up, it was a few stragglers that probably got back in. Because not everybody got burnt up in the initial. Not everybody got burnt up when the guards got burned up, and not everybody died from the fall.
True. Hey, look, at least they didn't turn it into a January 6th situation.
Shut up. Yeah, that's
But
in your
yeah.
whole pie hole for that.
Oh, that's
yeah,
it.
so that's it. Yeah, yeah. Well, except Eamon goes to Helena and asks her to fly, but that's because he's a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
that's where we
more
end episode
episode.
7, and they make it seem like it's gonna be the greatest thing since sliced bread.
I don't want to say I'm looking forward to it, but because Game of Thrones is notorious for letting you down in the clutch at the same time.
Yeah.
And, well, I
Yeah,
shouldn't say
fair.
Game of Thrones, but George R. Martin has been letting us down, letting the writers let us down. Not even him, letting the writers let us down because they make enough changes to fuck it up for the rest of us.
Yeah. Yeah, they could drop the ball next episode, but I think they're probably going to keep a little bit of momentum. I think things are going to kind of mellow out for the first 3/4 of the next episode, and then you're going to get a big thing that happens for the cliffhanger. But I don't think you're going to see the Dance of Dragons yet. I think that has to be season 3, which will be the final season.
Hey, maybe we'll get a fade to black.
Ooh, Sopranos style.
I
Stop.
thought he was talking
believing.
about the Jay-Z tour.
Who?
Jay-Z?
Big Bubba Lips? No,
I don't know who that
I don't
is.
never speak on the Minions. I got nothing left for the Minions, and you know what I mean.
Oh, I think you mean
the guys
Sean
that follow Drew
Carter.
around. Yes, Sean Carter.
Carter. Okay, yeah, that's his name.
You can't talk about the Carters, sorry.
I can't. I have every single right, and you know why. Every single right.
But yeah, fair. So with that being the wrap of episode 7, any more thoughts, some things we want to see happen in episode 8, some forethought, some things we might have missed? What you guys thinking?
Honestly, this is probably the first time we've been so thorough on an episode because we actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
So that's all I got to say about it. You can take with that how you will.
Yeah. But how I'll
just
take
ripping
that
off.
is you should have been around for the Game of Thrones reviews, but that's another conversation.
Whose fault was that?
Those were
Yours.
extensive.
How was that my fault?
I mean,
They
you
were
asked. I'm
extensive.
just giving you an answer. They were extensive though.
Watching it 3 years later.
Yeah.
No. I did not watch it 3 years later. I watched it
was
about
like-
9 years later.
Yeah.
See, there you go. Because I was there from the original, and me and Nick actually was talking about it.
Hey man, that's your fault for not hitting the record button. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, that's Nick's fault for not having this brilliant idea for us to hit record.
I know it is.
I blame him.
No, Nick, don't agree with him. I will not have him blame you for this.
That's okay. We'll revisit it someday, and we'll make like a little Patreon review where we talk about the seasons.
You hear that?
Someday.
You hear that, everybody?
Someday.
Patreon review. Someday. One day.
Yeah.
I just thought of another terrible joke.
Don't do it. All right. Well, I think we're good. I don't necessarily need big dragon battles next episode. I think that if they continue with this interesting characterizations that we saw in this episode, I'll be more than happy. Because it's not really like the dragon scenes are awesome, but it's more about for me, it's more about the interesting characters. And now that we have some interesting characters, I would like to see what happens with them. Now, of course, most of these characters are tied with dragons now. So I'm sure that they're going to be sort of part and parcel, but I'm just glad that we have some people that we can have some interest in that aren't just absolute pieces of crap. So, that's cool.
Yeah, no argument there.
That might be asking for a lot.
Well, no, I mean, what? We got Oscar, we've got Adam and Alan, we have Sir Hugh, and we have Ulf. Those are all new characters.
And we got mixtape covers by Rhaenyra and her dragons.
Right.
Not that long ago, they were all new characters.
Yeah, I know. They could be ruined. That's for sure. We'll see.
I just don't have no faith, really, that they won't.
I know.
I mean, it is Game of Thrones. Right. It is Game of Thrones. A lot of people gonna have to die anyway next episode.
That's true. We'll see. Cool beans. Are we done?
Yes, indeed. So, with that being said, we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us here on the Hot D review for episode 7 of season 2. Once again, if you have not checked out all of our other reviews for this entire season 2 of House of the Dragon, go ahead and check out our other episodes. You could also go back, check out all of our season 1 reviews. As we talked about a little bit, you can go all the way back to even our Game of Thrones reviews. We've been doing this for quite some time, just talking about shit that we enjoy, stuff that we want to hear, and things that maybe you and your friends sat around talked about, and you need some confirmation on whether you were tripping or if other people feel the same way. That's what we're here for. Like, share, subscribe, and if you don't, I hope your ass get caught in that dragon feast. But
I hope you step on a Lego.
I hope you step on a Lego.
Mhm.
But for the Screen Time Continuum, my name is Keelan.
I'm Nick.
And I might.
Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later. Oh, wait. You know what? As we're doing this outro, I have to have a big thank you to Antoine for hanging out with us and jumping in.
Absolutely.
And also
Appreciate
thank
you,
you to
bro.
Ayla, as always, for hanging out and coming through, dropping a little bit of commentary for us. Thanks,
Dropping
guys.
jewels.
Bling, 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 bling. Sound like signing rings in here. But yeah.